Venezuela. A country of contrasts, where beauty and hardship exist side by side, shaping the lives of millions every single day. For many around the world, the name Venezuela brings to mind images of dazzling beauty queens, sparkling crowns, and a deep sense of national pride. The country is famous for its pageants, and the Miss Venezuela competition is more than just a show. It's a symbol of hope and unity for many people. The Miss Venezuela show is a massive event that brings families and friends together, filling living rooms with excitement and dreams. For young girls, it's a fantasy that feels almost within reach. And for adults, it's a reminder of happier, more glamorous times. But just beyond the glitz and glamour, there's another side to Venezuela, a reality marked by empty supermarket shelves and endless lines that stretch around the block. This is the daily struggle that many Venezuelans face, far removed from the spotlight. Here, families wait for hours, sometimes even overnight, hoping to find simple things like milk, bread, or medicine. The basics of life have become precious, and every trip to the store is filled with uncertainty and worry. The difference between these two Venezuelas is striking, a country celebrated for its beauty and pageantry, yet struggling to provide even the most basic necessities for its people. The contrast is impossible to ignore. For a brief moment, the pageant offers an escape, a chance to forget the hardships and dream of something better. But when the TV is turned off and the refrigerator is still empty, reality returns, and the challenges remain. This strange and difficult situation captures the essence of modern Venezuela, a nation holding a crown in one hand, proud of its culture and achievements, while clutching an empty basket in the other, searching for hope and stability. The crisis doesn't discriminate. Whether rich or poor, young or old, everyone is touched by the struggle to find food, medicine, and safety. It's a challenge that unites people from all walks of life, making survival a shared experience. The dream of the crown still shines bright, a symbol of hope and resilience. But for millions, the daily fight to survive is the real story, one of courage, endurance, and the will to keep going no matter how tough things get. Between dreams and tough times, the strong spirit of the Venezuelan people endures, carrying them forward with hope for a better tomorrow. In Caracas, the day starts before the sun comes up, not with coffee, but with whispers about food coming. The city stirs in the darkness as families quietly prepare for another day of uncertainty. The air is thick with hope and anxiety, as everyone wonders what, if anything, will be available today. People line up in the dark, hoping for chicken, flour, or cooking oil. Some bring folding chairs, others blankets, knowing the wait could last for hours. The lines snake around corners and down entire blocks, a silent testimony to the daily struggle for survival. Waiting in line is now an everyday thing, a test of how much patience and strength you have. Neighbors trade stories and tips about which stores might have something, but mostly people just wait, their faces marked by exhaustion and quiet determination. Inside, shelves are completely empty, only expensive things are left, making fun of those looking for basic stuff. The sight of bare metal racks and scattered luxury items is a cruel reminder of how much has been lost. Guards with guns make sure people only buy a certain amount. 1 bag of rice, 2 cartons of milk. Their presence is a constant reminder that even the most basic needs are now tightly controlled, and that desperation can turn dangerous. And you can only shop on certain days based on your ID number. This system, meant to keep order, often just adds to the frustration, as families must plan their lives around the hope that their shopping day will actually bring food. Hours are wasted in these lines, often for nothing. Kids miss school, their education put on hold for the chance to eat. Parents worry about what lessons their children are really learning from this new reality. Old people rely on their neighbors, leaning on the kindness of others to get by. Community ties grow stronger, but so does the sense of shared hardship. And people lose their sense of worth with every wait that doesn't lead to anything. Each empty-handed return chips away at hope, leaving behind frustration and sadness. The government blames outside groups, but for those in line, the reason doesn't matter as much as being hungry. Political arguments feel distant when your stomach is empty and your children are crying for food. The empty shelves show broken promises and a dream that turned into a bad dream. What was once a land of plenty now feels like a place where hope is rationed, just like the food. This isn't just a money problem, it's a daily fight to stay alive. Every meal is a victory, every shared plate a reminder of resilience in the face of hardship. The struggle never stops, changing lives and hopes. People adapt, finding new ways to stretch what little they have, but the uncertainty never fades. For many, the only sure thing is that nothing is sure. Each day brings new challenges, and the future feels more uncertain than ever. Not having enough has become the new normal. Yet, even in the land of empty shelves, people find ways to endure, holding on to hope that one day things will change. When the normal way of buying and selling things breaks down, Venezuelans help each other. In neighborhoods and apartment buildings, people start trading things. This is called trueque. It's built on trust and needing each other. Coffee is traded for oil, medicine for vegetables. Group chats on WhatsApp become places to trade things. These trades are about helping each other, not just making money. People who used to have good jobs now trade shoes for chicken, school books for rice, tough choices just to survive. This system is slow and not always reliable, but it's a way to keep going. Money doesn't mean much anymore. Now, a loaf of bread or a bar of soap is what's really valuable. But even with these struggles, people in the community become closer. Trading isn't just about surviving, it's a quiet way of showing strength and hope. Even when the government fails, the spirit of helping each other stays strong. To truly grasp the depth of Venezuela's crisis, you have to listen to the voices of its people. Their stories, told in their own words, reveal a reality that statistics and headlines can never fully capture. On the streets of Caracas, every conversation is a window into daily struggles and quiet acts of courage. Monica Flores, once celebrated as a beauty queen, now finds herself homeless, relying on the kindness of strangers and the generosity of soup kitchens for her next meal. Her story is just one among thousands, a reminder that hardship can touch anyone, no matter their past. At places like the Mother Teresa of Calcutta Center, the lines stretch for blocks. Here you'll find not only the homeless, but also the elderly and the working poor, nurses, clerks, and laborers whose wages have lost all value. They wait patiently, hoping for a meal to get them through another day. Outside pharmacies, mothers stand in anxious silence, desperate to find medicine for their children. The shelves are often empty, and the uncertainty weighs heavily on every parent's heart. A retired professor, once respected in his field, now sells his cherished books one by one, just to afford a few potatoes or a loaf of bread. Each book sold is a piece of his past, traded for survival. These stories are not isolated, they echo across the country. Millions of Venezuelans face these hardships every single day, navigating crowded streets and long lines, all in search of basic necessities. Each story is a testament to dreams deferred and dignity challenged. The pain is visible in their eyes, but so is a quiet resilience. Yet, there is undeniable strength here. Mothers who keep moving forward for their children, former queens who hold their heads high despite adversity, professors who share what little they have left with others in need. These are the real faces of Venezuela's crisis, faces marked by hardship, but also by determination and hope. Their spirit is a powerful plea, asking the world not to forget the people behind the headlines, to see the humanity in every struggle. In their daily fight for survival, hope endures, and in that hope, the future of Venezuela lives on. The Miss Venezuela show is more than just a competition, it's a national tradition. For one night, political differences disappear as families gather to watch, from fancy homes to simple ones. The show is a shiny escape, a reminder of what Venezuela used to be like. Winners become heroes, showing national pride and dreams. For many girls, the crown is seen as a way to get out of poverty. During hard times, the show is a memory, a link to a richer past. The show's display of plenty is a sharp contrast to the everyday lack of things. Some people say it's just a distraction, but for many, it's a very important source of unity and hope. Even with all the difficulties, the show remains a glittering thread holding the country together. The Miss Venezuela show, which has always been about traditional beauty, is changing. Sophia Salomon, a transgender model, challenged what the country thought a woman was by trying to compete. Her move started a national discussion, showing how the world is moving towards including everyone. In a traditional Catholic-influenced society, her goal was both personal and about bigger ideas. The talk made Venezuela look at its own different kinds of people. The show, once a symbol of fitting in, is now a place for changing what identity means. Sophia's story shows that even in Venezuela, what beauty means is changing. The journey is just starting, but the conversation itself is progress. While beauty shows play with the idea of including everyone, everyday life for LGBTQ plus Venezuelans is still full of danger and unfair treatment. Legal protections are behind many other countries in Latin America. Violence and unfairness are common. Activists push for rights like same-sex marriage and recognizing different genders, but progress is slow. A recent court win got rid of a law that made same-sex acts in the military a crime, a symbolic step forward. But bigger civil rights are still stuck, leaving many people in an uncertain situation. The strange thing is, a transgender woman can be famous in the media, while most LGBTQ plus people don't have basic protections. The fight is not for crowns but for safety, dignity, and being recognized. Their struggle is an important, often unheard part of Venezuela's story. Venezuela's problems didn't just happen. They are the result of years of bad political and money management. The government blames foreign enemies and punishments from other countries, but critics point to bad policies, controlling prices, taking over businesses, and relying too much on oil. When oil prices dropped, imports stopped coming in, and the government printed money, causing prices to go crazy high. Savings disappeared, shortages became permanent, and the economy fell apart. Over 7 million people have left, looking for work and safety in other countries. This huge number of people leaving is a terrible loss of smart and skilled people. The collapse wasn't sudden, but a slow disaster. A country that used to be rich now struggles to survive. The reasons are deep ideas, bad management, and conflict. Venezuela's story is a warning, and a tragedy that is still happening. Amidst empty shelves and endless lines, the Venezuelan spirit keeps going. In soup kitchens and trading networks, people find hope and togetherness. Laughter, music, and pride continue, even in hard times. Mothers walk miles for medicine, teachers work without pay, activists risk everything for fairness. Their stories are not just about suffering, but about strength and heart. The world's attention comes and goes, but Venezuela's struggle continues. Behind every news story are millions with dreams for a better future. They need more than pity, they need support and help. The fight is for dignity, freedom, and hope. Remember Venezuela.